morning from Newbridge, where I'm here among the beautiful flowers that Newbridge in Bloom, Tidy Towns and volunteers adorn our beautiful town with, and it's just wonderful to see them. They're never vandalised, which is great, but yet just a few feet away at the river, at the park and down the James Street Lane, there is shocking dumping going on and antisocial behaviour. So I really just wish that those people that are involved in that antisocial dumping would start to take a little bit of pride in our town and in the environment that's around us. And speaking of which, in Castledermot tonight there is a meeting at 8 p.m. about antisocial behaviour in Castledermot, so if you're from that area, make sure that you get to go. I was at Taste of Kildare on Sunday, and I have to say I was hugely impressed with the participation, with the fabulous stands and the artisan producers in relation to all things culinary and food related. Absolutely wonderful food from our terrific restaurants right around Kildare, and local crafts as well too. It was an incredible success. Well done to Dave Mungy, the chair of Vintage Kildare, Tanya Mangan, CEO, and the really good committee, and Brian Fallon, I know, played a really big role in relation to it, so looking forward to see that going on. Congratulations to Miles and Ivan Carroll and Mick Dowling from Ballymore Eustace and Dunlavin, who had great successes at the World Handball Championships, and I believe there's going to be a big celebration in Ballymore Eustace on Sunday. Congratulations to Pam Monaghan, who came 5th in the 400 metres in the Paralympics. So great athletes all around over the weekend. During the week, Dr. Graham Love resigned as the Chief Executive of the Higher Education Authority. I met Dr. Love just after he was appointed. He came to one of our committee meetings in relation to third level fees, and he really struck me as somebody who had huge integrity and very passionate about third level education and what he could bring to that role. And indeed, over the last 18 months he has achieved as much as he could within that role. But it's very clear that there's tensions between the Higher Education Authority and the Department of Education, and it's really important that the HEA is an independent, autonomous body that gives independent advice to government, has the opportunity to look at statistical information and of course to make public statements as well. And it would appear that the department were trying to micromanage the Higher Education Authority. This is completely wrong. The Minister has to decide whether he wants to have an independent, autonomous body that gives the best advice possible, or whether he wants just a propaganda machine. And certainly I believe that we need to have an organisation that can give honest, factual information, and we as a committee are inviting Dr. Love in to discuss the reasons why he felt the need to resign on principle. Next week we are having our Education Summer School in Leinster House, and we're going to look at really important issues that impact on education in this country, and particularly the whole area of capitation grants. We're at a point now where families are paying out a lot of money for their children to go back to school, and we certainly believe that there should be a higher capitation grant to each school so that parents don't have to pay a voluntary contribution. We're also looking at the challenges that teaching principals have. I met with a group of teaching principals about 2 months ago, and they've a very, very difficult job. So we're looking at all of that and hoping to make recommendations to the Minister, and as ever looking at capital programmes, looking at new bills, looking at where St Paul's and Monasterevin is going in terms of the build, and also looking at the possibilities for the whole SCET campaign, because we do need a new secondary school in this area, and I think it's really important that we keep putting the pressure on in relation to that. Of course, this is going to be a big weekend with the Pope coming to Ireland. There's a lot of questions that the Catholic Church have to answer, and I really hope that the Pope does address the issues around sexual abuse within the Catholic Church. It's really important. He has started on that journey, and it's really important that there is more. For all of those that are travelling to see the Pope in Knock and in the Phoenix Park, I hope that you have a safe journey. There's going to be a lot of traffic restrictions, but I just say to everybody, stay safe, stay healthy. It's good that the Pope is here, and it's good that we have the opportunity to give a strong message to the head of our church, but also to pay respect to those many really, really great people